How different? What was today like in practice with that Coach Dooley?
I thought the practice, the kids handled it well. Jimmy, they went out and they ran around. We used the same format we've been doing, so they weren't lost. They knew what they were doing. I think early on in the meetings, it was quiet. It was sober in the meetings, but we talked a lot to the team, a lot today, and hopefully get them going as the week progresses. But I thought from the beginning of the time when we started the meetings to the conclusion of practice, they were coming around. They were coming around.
In your opinion, this team showed so much promise at season start. In your opinion, why was it never really able to get over the hump with Coach Dooley?
You know, it's a difficult question. I don't know really the answer to all that. You know, the time to reflect back and look at the things that we did is at the conclusion of the season. I'm so busy doing my job to look around and analyze what's going wrong here and what's going wrong there. That's a difficult question. You know, unfortunately, we weren't able to get the W's that you need to. We're in charge to try to get victories, and we couldn't get that done. And so changes were made. It's disappointing. Derek's a wonderful man and a wonderful coach, and I hate to see it happen.
Jim, were you surprised that he made the decision to not coach against Kentucky? And did he have a conversation with you before making that decision?
I really have no opinion of that. That's coach's decision, and he chose that way. I support him 100%.
Around the game a long time. Have you been through anything like this before as far as jumping in a week ahead of time and having to take over a team?
I have not.
How do you anticipate, I mean, how do you handle that, I guess, Saturday?
Go to work. You know, you go to work. I've been around football a long time. I think I understand the role, but until you do it, you have no idea. I mean, I have no idea what a head coach does. I've never done it before, but I'm excited, and I hope I don't mess it up too bad, and I hope I represent Coach Dooley very well on Saturday. I really do.
Will you be in the box or down?
I'm going to go down on the field, and I'll call the game from the field, which I have done in my past also. I'm going to lean on the assistants a lot to help me, and hopefully everything will go well.
Who will be your eyes up in the box?
It'll be Blake. Blake Rowland will still be up there helping me, and Joe Bernardi also. Same people have been helping a lot.
How long has it been since you competed?
I think Fullerton Day has been a long time. I remember one time at Ohio State, the headsets went out, so we had to go down. That happens once in a while in Columbus, so we had to go down on the field, and I had to call it from the field that time. It's a little different setting, but at the end of the day, you're calling plays and getting them in and communicate as fast as you can. So I don't see any issues with that as far as the logistics of me going on the field.
Any idea how the players will react?
None. Have no idea. I think that we have a mature group. I'm looking for that maturity and that leadership, and what Coach Dooley's tried to teach this team all along is about forging forward and working hard with great intangibles. And I think throughout the season, this team has played hard, and I hope they can continue that one more game.
Is this team still motivated?
You were the only guy to stick with Coach Dooley during the offseason. The way this has ended up, I mean, how do you feel about that personally? And you try to separate the business end from the emotional end, but where are you at?
That's difficult to do. You know, everybody wants to do that. You can't do that. The personal end of this job, what we do, is so personal. I mean, we live and die this job. I believe in Derek Dooley, and I stick with him as long as I could. And I'd be with him all the time. He's a good man and a good football coach, and that'll never change. My decision to stick around was that. I trusted and believed in him. And also, I wasn't real proud of what we put on the field last year offensively. And I didn't want my name attached to that as I depart the University of Tennessee or wherever the paths take me within my profession. And so I wanted to do something about that. That's a little bit of personal pride, but number one, I believed in the man, and I'll do it all over again.
Jim, what
Is this
message
team
would you
still
give the fans
motivated?
about?
I think this team's motivated. I think they're shook up a little bit right now, and they'll bounce back and they'll come around. We're hoping those 13 seniors, have something to say about that, and we're excited about seeing them go play. We got to have a good practice on Tuesday and Wednesday. I think they're shell-shocked a little bit right now, like any team would be. But I saw the growth in a little bit today from their eyes, the way they looked early to the way they walked off the field was different. So time will heal. It just takes time.
Jim, what message along the same lines would you give the fans about supporting this team, especially the seniors as they play in their final game?
Well, I think that if you talk about the 13 kids that have seen a lot, they've seen a lot in their years here, and they've worked hard this year. We didn't get the results we liked as far as wins and losses, but they went out and they played hard, and our kids would really appreciate any support the fans would give them. And I think their pledge to the fans would be that they're going to try their butts off to beat Kentucky.
Is there a question mark at who's going to start at quarterback this week?
No, there's not. Tyler Bray will be the starting quarterback.
Jim, I know you don't want to make it about you, but you just said you don't know what to do as a head coach. You've not been in that spot. So it is an opportunity for you. Just how big of an opportunity is it for you?
You know, I don't look at it like that. Quite honestly, I've been asked, and I'm humbled by the fact that Dave thought I would be a good candidate to do this, and I'm excited about the opportunities. As far as auditioning or something like that, I haven't thought about that. I'm trying to help some kids heal from some wounds and put a team on the field with the right attitude to go win a game. As far as me personally, that's my only goal. I have no objectives or nothing here. I just want to do as good as I can to represent the university, the community, and this program the best I possibly can.
Jim said that you weren't proud of the product you put out there offensively last season. Given what you all have done offensively, despite the results, are you proud of what you put out there this year?
I am. There are times I'm very proud. There's times I wasn't very pleased. I wasn't very pleased on Saturday night this past week. That wasn't the product we like to put out on the field, and we didn't play very well offensively, and we're going to hope to rectify that on Saturday.
Jim, how much of a rallying cry can be playing for the seniors? Can that be something throughout the week that you use to?
I think it matters to every football team. Regardless of how close you are with seniors, you inevitably realize someday you'll be one. And if you take a step back and look at it, you'll understand that, and I look for our kids to do that.
Jim, I mentioned never done this as a head coach. Obviously, you're talking a lot about the players. As an interim, what do you do with the staff, or is it just the staff's mature enough, everybody knows what to do?
This staff's mature enough that everybody knows what to do. We're going to go to work every day and do the same things to try to put our players in position to win a football game, and that's not going to change. They're good people. They understand in these times it's difficult, and sticking together and getting along and finishing it out strong is very important to the people in that building right over there. And I'm excited to say they're friends of mine, and I look forward to working all the way through the end with them.
Jim, for the younger guys, the freshmen and sophomores that go into an offseason not knowing who their coach is going to be, how difficult is that for them?
No, I think it's hard on every human being that's involved with transition. Unfortunately, transition's a part of our game, and we got to step up to the plate. We put on our big boy pads when you walk into programs like Tennessee, and you understand those things are possibilities. And when they come forward, you attack them. You try to gain something out of it, grow as an individual, learn from it, and develop yourself as a player. That's all you could ever do. We talk constantly to our players about controlling the things they can, and most of that's their attitude and their effort. And if they'll do that, we'll be just fine.
Jim, what is it when Tyler Bray is struggling? What is the best way to set him up? What do you do with that?
Sometimes it's a firm talking to, sometimes it's a pat on the back, sometimes it can't get done. But he's not unique to that. I think all players are that way. You got to find out what button you can push to get them turned around when they're not playing very well, and every player is different on every given day. Because you don't know what baggage they're bringing into that game, Jimmy. On one week it's some baggage, the next week it's a different baggage. And you hope to continue to get the performance out of the players you want, but sometimes it's difficult. And there's been a little, last week was a little shaky for us, and I thought it came to a head in the ball game a little bit. I thought we were ready to play. Quite honestly, I got fooled a little bit on that. I thought we were a little more prepared to play, and offensively I don't believe we got our job done.
Is that your decision to sit him down, or is that Coach Dooley's?
Ultimately, it's always the head coach's, but it was my recommendation. I thought that we needed a change and let Tyler sit down, calm down, watch the game a little bit, and basically get his hiney in his pants a little bit. And I thought it helped a little bit, but at the end of the day, it wasn't all about the quarterback play. I don't believe any area of our offense produced the way they customarily have been doing it all season, and it harmed us. It harmed us.
What you saw at Worley?
I thought Justin did a fine job.
Could that be a benefit perhaps on Saturday then, you being able to talk to him face to face on the sideline?
Yeah, I feel that way. He might disagree, but I don't know. It's all about performance. It's all about preparation. I think you got to go into this game with a great amount of preparation. If you're preparing hard, your mind's in the right spot. If you're not preparing hard, your mind's not in the right spot, and that would not be a good situation. So I'm hoping through hard work and preparation, we can occupy their minds away from some of the distractions that are going on right now, and put a product on the field we're proud of.
How much input will you have on the bench, or will you be so busy with the offense that that's not?
I feel like I'll be so busy on the offense that I'll be saying, "Hey, stop them." That's about all I've ever said for 20, however many years. So
with all the turmoil, is the coaching staff intact? I mean, everything's solid going in this weekend. No defections or anything like that.
No. I think Blake wants to hit me sometimes, but other than that, there's no defections. Like I say, guys, a lot of us have lived through these things before. They're no fun, but change happens in this profession, and we're hoping to handle it with a lot of class and a lot of dignity, the way Coach Dooley would like us to do.
Thanks, guys.